You ever feel like you posting your heart out and actually nothing is happening? All your content sinking down the algorithm ocean, no notices, no views, nothing happening, you know? And so you ask yourself, second guessing yourself now, what must I do next? I'm here to tell you that you don't need any hack. You don't need to watch another how-to video. What you actually need is mastery. Let me explain. I just finished reading this book, Mastery by Robert Greene. In the book, he basically talks about the importance of mastering that which we are good at, or mastering that which we are working at. So now in this case, as content creators, we want to be good at creating content. How to be good as a YouTuber. Mastering, becoming a master at whatever it is we're doing now, in this case, creating content. It doesn't come easy. It's not sexy. It doesn't come cheap. How it happens is when you persistent enough, when you are obsessed with whatever it is you do, you know, when you fall in love with the work that you do. Now, in this case, this is creating content and wanting to grow your community here on the platform. Learn how to fall in love with this thing that you're doing. Be obsessed with it. Know everything that you need to know about it so that you do it with ease. You do it effortlessly, you know? And that's what he says. This is one other thing that Greene says in his book. He studied Da Vinci. He studied temple gurus. These are people in different professions over different periods of time. But he found one thing they all had in common, and that was mastery. These people mastered whatever profession they were in. They mastered their lane, basically. Now, in this case, in regards to this video, we're talking about content creating. How do we become masters? How do we become masters at creating content? How do we focus and learn and become good, effortlessly good at creating content? See, we dive deep into simply just doing it over and over again, you know, repeatedly doing it over and over again till we get good at it. We keep doing it and we add depth to it. We add more depth, so much so that it's undeniably good. We become so obsessed with it. That's how we become masters at creating content. Now, there's something he calls the apprenticeship phase. Now, this phase is the beginning stages of everyone's journey. And if you're a content creator, you are basically in this phase, in the beginning of your journey. Let me just start off by saying, this is where the dream goes to die. What do I mean? See, let's say you publish your first 10 videos, your first 12 videos, and what happens? You know, this YouTube platform is not a joke. You will have your first 20 videos uploaded and you won't have any views, or maybe 10, 15 views. Based off of my own experience on this channel, as of I'm recording this video, I only have 4 subscribers, you know, and I have over 20 videos on there already, you know. See, the apprenticeship phase is so hard that this is where most content creators quit, you know. As humans, we want to see that validation. We want to see the dopamine. We want to see those graphs going up, you know. You want to see the progress, I mean, you know. But when that doesn't happen, and when the success doesn't happen when we expect it to, we quit altogether. We doubt, we second guess ourselves, telling ourselves we're not good at it. Now, my reference, Robert Greene, says, this is the time where you are supposed to pick yourself up and keep moving. Find the motivation within you to keep creating content, remembering that you need to master the process basically. And you do this by waking up, rejuvenating yourself, and keep creating. And as a content creator, you are not just doing one thing. You are probably doing 5 things at once. Of the list I have here, you want to be a storyteller. You want to know how to light your videos. You want to know how to edit your videos and how to hook your audience. And also how to build an online community at the same time, because you want familiarity of people that keep coming back to your content and keep watching it basically. So how do you become good? How do you get good at doing all these 5 things at once? Now, this is where deliberate practice comes into play. So you pick one skill, one trait at a time. So if this week I'm talking about how to tell stories in my content, that is what I want to focus on. That's what I want to practice. And then next week, if the goal is to work at how to have good intros, as in good hooks in my video, that's all I want to practice, and that's what I want to work on. And then the week after, if the goal is to know how to cinematically light my videos, and that's what I work on, and I do that repeatedly. And now over months and years of repeatedly doing these things over and over, this is where the gold of compound interest comes into play. So the more you do the things over and over, the better you become at it. Guess what? You become a master at it. Over time, you will be so good at doing it, and it will look effortless to everybody else watching you. Emotional payoff. See, mastery takes a lot of patience. When you look at other creators on the platform doing their best and doing their stuff, you need to be patient. You need to tell yourself that it's not your time. And when you look at other people's content, like top creators ahead of you in your lane, it is simply to learn from them, to reverse engineer what they are doing in their content. Take what is working for them and then reverse engineer it, personalize it to your own style and content, and keep going. You are necessarily not comparing yourself with these people, because remember, you are unique, you are different, you have a uniqueness to how you approach this content game. So you want to be patient, basically you want to be patient, and you want to keep pushing. And when push comes to shove, you want to go back to your first video, go back to the first video that you created and look at it and see all those mistakes and tell yourself ahead of what I was before. Because you know that in each and every video that you record, that you create, you are getting better and better. You are not what you were yesterday, basically. Now, the creator active phase. This is the phase that will be so sweet and so nice to get to. This is the one that I really want to get to if I'm not already there. So this is where you create your own rules. This is where you experiment publicly, This is where you create content that is not so popular, and you are not creating by following trends. You're just doing something unique, something new, something out of the box, and then you post it and you put it out there. You're not worried about how it will be received by your audience or other people. You are being creative active basically, and you're just doing your thing. You are creating your own rules. It will be hard in the beginning, but over time you will get this confidence in you to just create and do what you feels right for you basically. And this is called the creative active phase. Now look, acquiring mastery in creating content is not easy, and it's a long game. It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of practice, a lot of being patient, and for you to get there. One day the algorithm might bless you and your video will go viral. But that is not what this is. What this is being comfortable and still loving to do what you do, basically, which is creating content 10 years from now. You are not doing it for virality. You're doing it because you love doing it. And I tell you, after doing it 2, 5, 8 years, you become so good, so undeniably good that people won't skip your videos. You'll be so good at it. Now, I felt the need to record this video and share this with you guys. And if you found some valuable nuggets, please leave a comment, Talk to me about your struggles when it comes to creating content on the platform. Let's talk about that. Please like the video, help it reach more viewers. Thank you so much for sticking around. I'll see you guys in my next video.